Welcome back to Assault on Dragon Keep. Joining me this week is Azureink once again.
Hello.
And new to the LP is Oblivious.
Hey, how you doing?
And today we're doing a whole bunch of side quests. A few that we already have, and a couple that we're going to pick up along the way. And
It's the forest of trees that want to eat you.
well,
As opposed to the forest of pipelines.
well, actually, for one side quest, we're actually going to go back to the forest, as it's called, or the forest of being eaten alive by trees.
Yes, there we go. That was.
Oh, wait, is that the actual name of it?
Well, it's it's a name of the zone.
It used to be the Tranquility Forest or something,
The
but
Forest of
then
Tranquility.
they were like, "That is dumb." So she's like, "Okay, it's actually spooky now." Blah blah blah.
So yes,
And-
that mission up there, Tree Hugger, is what we're aiming for.
Sweet. And I see that Newbie is playing the Siren.
Yep. Siren
Because
named
she is
Brick.
the prettiest.
Oh shit, spider!
Suicide spiders.
Yep.
Do they explode on you or something?
If they get close
So-
enough, yeah.
So it's a suicide spider?
Sure, why not? Although that I don't know if that quite rolls off the tongue.
It doesn't, but it, you know,
Especially
I
if you have a lisp. Suicide
yeah,
spider.
Oh yeah, and also if you notice, there are diamonds on the trail because the queen uses them to show you the path to freeing her.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And in a normal D&D game, that means that the group would have access to a lot more money because they'd be able to pick it up.
Yeah, but I already have access to millions of dollars anyway, so.
True enough. Although, as a side note, I did kind of screw that up in my in my brand new campaign where I gave one of my players a pretty expensive piece of equipment.
That tree has glasses.
It's Audrey, the teenage treant.
Whatever. Some nearby orcs chop down a bunch of trees for a lumber yard. Plant this sapling in the middle of their camp, alright?
Sorry, Aubrey. Got that wrong.
Once you plant that sapling, protect it until it can grow into its full size. And then it'll wreak its vengeance on the orcs for defying Mother Nature.
Yeah, because as we all know, Mother Nature is a bitch when it comes to that stuff.
Well, the orcs have it coming, really.
Oh, no, I meant, like, in this case, she is totally within her rights to do so.
Yeah. Hell hath no fury, etc.
Yes.
My mind always keeps going back to Warcraft 3 whenever Cenarius grows the forest back and tries to kill the orcs with trees.
Well, this time Mother Nature is relying on a little help from a gun-wielding badass, so... I'm not sure exactly what the metaphor is supposed to be now.
Different levels of badass. Cenarius uses chimeras and, well, you use guns.
Which are kind of like chimeras because they are different things put together in a gun.
Well,
suppose so.
chimeras in Warcraft 3 are very different than what you're thinking of.
Oh,
I'm picking up a
it's-
lot of sniper rifles.
it's been a long time since I played it.
Just plant that sapling and show them nature's true power and blah 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 trees.
Blah 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 trees.
It actually sounds a lot. That actually sounds a lot like some of the NPCs that I would normally play as a DM. Yeah, just go over here and do this, and yeah.
Well, I guess this makes it a good segue into story time. Well, what's what's your favorite NPC to play as a DM?
I have... I don't know.
That's a good question.
Most of my NPCs end up shocked at just how effectively the PCs end up killing everything. So, that's the
Well,
only
even
character I
the
end up
shock-
playing.
Just done guy, that stupid thing.
So this sapling, so far, you know, I haven't had too much trouble defending it, but there are a lot of orcs after a while.
Up the sapling.
How is it communicating with you?
Telepathy.
Echo device.
Now
It's a fantasy setting, but everyone has communicators anyway. Alright, so now we have Mustache, the gentlemanly treant.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, take a look at his face.
Does he have a monocle and stuff? I never checked.
I was so focused on the mustache that I never looked.
Because as we all know,
Well, I must ask you to wear this monocle. It's more dignified.
Yep. That indicates whether or not you are a sorcerer or a wizard.
So we gotta escort this giant freaking thing to each of the orc spawning huts and get it to destroy him.
So this becomes Gauntlet, apparently.
Yeah, except where the job of dealing with
Gauntlet
the
was awesome.
Oh dear.
Oh
Fight
shit.
Live.
There we go.
On to the hills.
This is a little more difficult than usual.
Burn with acid.
One part that makes it difficult is that if you're too close to Mustache, he can kind of trap you in his geometry.
Wouldn't that be his collision box?
Something like that.
I mean, I'm no gaming coding expert, but I think that's what it's called.
Well, it's...
Where's Carolyn when we need her?
Well, at least it has a lot of hit points.
Yeah.
Well, it's a big stinking tree. It better.
I hate escort missions where the escort is a fragile thing.
Well, this one isn't turning out to be that easy. Oh, jeez, that barrel just killed me. And took out most of Mustache's health.
Ow.
This is not...
Does he regenerate at all, or?
A little bit, but not if he's being actively attacked by a bunch of melee guys.
Yeah, he has to wait around.
Actually, I think it's just a very steady rate, but, you know, not fast enough that it can outpace a decent amount of damage flow.
So basically, you have to become a bullet sponge for him to regenerate.
Or just become the most effective turret alive. And this is the part where I just start going absolutely nuts on the orcs, just completely...
Unlimited power!
Yeah, I think fire damage seems to be better than acid or whatever.
Yeah, it's really working better here.
Which is weird, because, you know, you would think for, like, I don't know, depending on which setting you use, fire or acid can be more effective. Well, or maybe I'm thinking of trolls.
Well, in Borderlands rules, fire is most effective against unarmored, unshielded flesh. Which the
Which
orcs
would make
have in
sense
spades.
that it would be against orcs, right?
Yes.
Although if it's like the 40k orcs, they're plants anyways, so you would think that fire would work very well against them.
Wait, seriously?
Seriously?
Yeah, they're plants. In 40k, orcs are plants.
Okay, I went through... The only 40k thing I've ever been through is the Space Marine game.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the orcs because they're
That's why they
traditional
have,
soccer hooligans, but
that's why they have green skin and all that stuff. They come out of like seedling pods. They have photosynthesis. They're,
see, I know that they reproduce asexually,
right.
but I knew that much. Oh, here's actually a big game related question. Did they make the rocket launchers not useless in this game?
I think they're pretty useful in very specific situations. Particularly when you've got an ability that slags a whole bunch of enemies.
Yeah, I've heard of tree hugging, but this is ridiculous.
Come
Well,
on, Mustache, you can do it.
it's getting kind of down to the wire. And the biggest problem with this entire mission is that, you know,
If you
Mustache...
fail, you have to do it all over again.
Okay, well, fortunately it's not going to come to that, but the fact that the spawning
For the
huts...
viewers?
The spawning huts keep on spawning orcs while Mustache is on the approach, and which means he gets slowed down and he doesn't actually go about smashing until he's right next to him. But,
You
done
did
it.
it. Now you can truly paint with the wind's colors. They make us sing like that, like once a week. Come back whenever.
Okay. And, oh,
I think you leveled up.
yeah, I did, but our friend Mustache,
Aww.
his work is over.
He is one with nature.
Or at least that plot of ground.
Like all treants before him, once they die, they...
Wait, he turned into a mushroom? A group of mushrooms?
Yeah, he fertilized the ground, I suppose. Anyway, time to spend this skill point, and... Oh yes, shield capacity all over the place.
Wait, hold on a second. I thought mushrooms draw nutrients, not like... I don't think they add to the... Oh, what the fuck ever. I'm thinking about...
No. The treant thing is adding to the nutrient value so that the mushrooms can grow. Not that the mushrooms themselves do it.
Just take the visual symbolism for what it is, guys.
Ham-fisted?
Becomes mushrooms. Now all we have to worry about is badgers and snakes.
Badger, mushroom.
Alright, so... Unfortunately, there's a lot of running around we have to do, because...
Given our luck, the badgers will also have weapons.
They're all armed with TDR rifles. But
They are the dire badgers.
the thing about this mission is that it's like in the smack dab center of the area, so no matter if you're coming from one end or the other, you're basically going to be running for a while through it. But hey, we're here now.
Well, I remember that a lot in Borderlands, that there was a lot of like backtracking and running around.
Yeah. I think...
Except your weapon.
Alright, I got this, this corrosive grenadier, type rifle, and from the numbers, it looks, leaps and bounds better than the current rifle I have right now. So I'm gonna go test it out on some of the local, fauna. And it's a grenade launcher, okay. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, it's not too bad.
Kill it with acid.
It kind of eats up a lot of ammo, but... Alright. Yeah,
See, now I'm just picturing like the siren wearing like giant stacks of like bandoliers of grenades.
How much ammo does it use per shot?
3 rounds.
Wow.
And yeah, it's looking a little less impressive at the moment.
Well, I mean,
Remember, it's all about fire.
I think I'm gonna actually go back to my previous rifle, and it's just marginally.
So cool.
Yeah. The rifles are probably the biggest, element of confusion in the weapon comparison process, because just because it says it deals more damage doesn't necessarily mean it's a better weapon. And I find that a lot of the explosive rifles aren't really my speed.
how so?
Well, because they eat a lot of ammo, and, per shot the damage is much better, but there's less accuracy, and I'm spending more time reloading, and generally with a rifle I need something that is just kind of on target and has a high fire rate. Oh, we're giving the armor back to Elle because we forgot to do that last time.
Giant dwarf lady.
Feminism, baby. Woo woo!
We got her the full armor instead of the skimpy metal bikini thing, so...
Hot damn, do I look good?
She kind of does.
Yeah.
I do have to admit, spiked breasts are appealing somehow.
Alright. Well, we've got that taken care of, so... Time to sell and get back out there.
Give me all the diamonds.
Unfortunately, doesn't look like any of the equipment we've got so far is worth replacing our old gear, so better luck next time, I guess.
There really should just be a button to say, like, re-ammoize or something like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Just
And that should totally
Like,
be what it's called.
Fill
well,
all ammo.
early on, you know, you might not have enough money to refill all your ammo, but definitely as soon as you're past really just like the first chapter, you should just spend all of your money on refilling ammo.
Well, I imagine like during the first chapter, you're only using like maybe 1 or 2 weapons, if that.
Yeah, generally. I try to get up to, you know, my 1 of each quota as soon as possible, but generally only 2 of them are really good enough to use, you know, most of the time. Then you work your way up, as is Borderlands tradition.
We're moving on up.
Alright. So, we got to the Immortal Woods, then we went back and did some backtracking, and now we're actually going to venture forth into the Immortal Woods.
Whee!
With our trusty corrosive sniper rifle.
Knight, badass knight. So I'm guessing the knights take the place of the psychos.
The skeletons are really more the psychos in this equation, but
I mean, not the psychos, the bit. Oh, what the fuck ever.
I'd say these are the equivalent of the Hyperion guards and loaders.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's what. These knights are, I think, actually like in the employ of the handsome wizard in this scenario. So
the handsome wizard.
yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I know specifically about Borderlands 2 is what's his name, Handsome Jack.
Yeah.
I like that.
I keep wanting to say Handsome Tom, but that's just because I'm a fan of Game Heroes.
Watch out for the badass fire archer.
Yeah, those archers.
Holy shit.
You know, the knights come in a very interesting set of varieties. Most of them are armored, and the badass varieties are very interesting in how they attack. Bet you anything they're
Or
probably
Squire.
like Pathfinder Rangers. Pathfinder Rangers.
Shoot her!
Thank goodness I got those electric grenades.
Electric grenades that heal you.
Yeah. I pretty much...
Yeah.
Those are like the only grenades I take now, just transfusion grenades. Just like, there's just no substitute for healing.
I am bulletproof!
Far from that, but...
Well, if only. But
Okay.
yeah, oh.
There's a couple of archers on the ramparts.
That's typically where you find them.
Look
Well,
at all the fire.
It's actually kind of rare in this game to actually find ranged guys strategically placed and not just on the ground with you.
Yeah, you know, speaking of, you know, this being on topic with, you know, D&D stuff, I find that a lot of D&D's, DMs don't actually use the terrain strategically.
Light the bonfires. Need souls.
It's an acquired skill. Anyway, here's our here's our Dark Souls reference quest. Either you played Dark Souls?
I have the game. I even have, well, I have the Ready to Die edition, but I haven't sat down to play it specifically because I'm frightened of the game.
As well you should be. I've played and beaten the game. How about you, Phil?
I haven't played it, but I've watched the speedrun archives thing on it.
Speed runs. I don't know if that really captures.
Well, they did like a, you know, best ending dealy or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't capture it because they were so much better than. I think they even had an invader during the attempt.
All right. Well, you get the general idea of bonfires and souls and undead and...
Yeah.
Alright. So, for the quest giver, we gotta collect these. You know, we gotta go to these bonfires, summon a whole bunch of skeletal enemies, collect some souls. And along the way, he's only gonna speak to us in, like, the pre-written messages that they give you in Dark Souls.
Souls.
Which is funny because since he's not the one doing it, he shouldn't get the ability to come back.
Yes, whatever. For this first bonfire, you have to deal with these skeleton seers, which are really probably the most annoying of the bunch because they teleport around.
Especially if you get too close to them.
Yeah.
Well, nobody likes to fight a teleporting anything, really.
Yeah. I mean, they're weak enough, but... Here, we've got suicide skeletons and brittle skeletons. The suicide ones are kind of like the spiders. They want to blow up next to you.
Yeah, I got no puns for that, I'm sorry.
The brittle ones are a little interesting. They're resistant to most types of damage, except for explosive and melee, actually, I think. So take a look at this. Oh, I gotta reload the freaking rocket launcher. Ugh. Right.
Fight for your life!
There we go. Look at that.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah. And again.
They are brittle to heavy weapons.
Yeah. So that went slightly better than the last one. Oh! Hello, knight.
Judgment Day is upon me.
Or not.
Yeah, I was gonna say something. I totally forgot what the hell I was gonna say.
Alright.
Burn down with acid.
Alright, I'm gonna just give this one to you.
So over here we've got the objective of a different quest.
Rick, roll to pick it up.
Brick roll the pick.
Because in this system, I guess you have to roll to pick up weapons.
I got a 1.
A 1? That's a critical fail. Heaven's known as a problem.
What? How can you fail to pick up a gun?
That's a good question.
It looks like the gun flies out of your hands into...
What?
That's the rules, Morty.
Calm down, baby. Just track the gun down and roll again.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it is a part of the rules in this game. that you
Well-
have to pick.
Tell you what, I think it's more the situation like, DM asks for a roll to some kind of arbitrary thing that, in the rules you could probably just get away with, letting it happen, but things go wrong and hilarity ensues. I find that there are a lot of things you end up rolling for that you could probably, either let slide, but it's really up to the DM's decision. Oh, that's a paladin over there. We're not going to deal with that. Skeleton seems to have its attention. Alright, we're going to deal with this last bonfire. Couple of brittles, couple of enchanted, and this armored skeleton as well.
Oh, what's this arm? Oh, armored.
Yeah, armored.
Because I was like, isn't that most skeletons are disarmored?
No, I said this armored. Sorry. Pronunciation,
Okay.
whatever. I don't have to speak proper none.
I don't know, enunciation can be important.
Yeah, especially when you're, trying to do commentary on a gameplay series. Anyway.
We need subtitles up in this bitch.
Your souls.
Alright. There we go.
Holy crap, that was annoying. Thanks for your help. I died like 80 times trying to get through those traps. Look, we gotta be careful. The guy who killed me and stole my souls is still somewhere around here.
Or... okay.
Speaking of jackass,
Noob killer.
Yeah.
Really?
I hate it when people play these games specifically to do this.
Stab me in the back while I drink from my flask now, jerkwad. Hey, thanks again. I got something.
Yeah, I don't get griefing, like, at all.
Well, there's Dark Souls in a nutshell,
Pandora. You better hold on to your humanity as best you can.
as viewed by a Borderlands 2 character.
Alright, back to the quest of picking up a gun.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if we can really be the ones to complain about failing to do something that simple,
You found it.
especially considering
Roll to
Cliff.
pick it up.
What?
Oh, while picking up the gun, it accidentally slips from your hands again, but not before breaking all your fingers. Take, like, a lot of damage.
Oh, that's bull. I'm really good at picking stuff up.
This makes no sense.
Yeah.
I've been there, at both the player and DM
Oh, and this time,
I think-
sides.
Well, I don't think it's normally this stupid.
this time it went all the way back to the freaking forest of being eaten alive by trees.
That's a hell of a long way away.
Yeah, and we're gonna. I'm just gonna walk there. For Pete's sake, I just want to get this over with. I want that gun, damn it!
But yeah,
Who knows, maybe it's
Potions and armor. Kinda.
what was that thing that Cliff did? He not only failed to read a book, but he failed so bad that he actually sent like all the plot critical pages flying into a torch.
Right, yeah.
well, yeah, the nearby fire, yeah, pretty much.
Every time you crit or fail twice in a row, a plot point dies.
Which, believe it or not, happened twice.
Oh, right,
In
yeah.
2 different games.
Well, I was talking about the same game, but yeah, there was that one too.
Boy.
Although in that case, it's because he was playing around with fire. That, yeah. It's a
You
pixie. Get it.
Yep, got it. Awesome.
Aha.
What? I don't get it. What the hell was that?
Oh, Pixie. You, if you manage to interact with it, get close enough, then it'll give you random buffs for a little while.
Oh, okay.
And there's another Pixie.
Okay, last chance, last roll. Mordecai,
Got you.
do it up.
Awesome.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Against all known laws of probability, the gun transforms into an enormous monster. With swords for hands. Sorry. Sorry.
It reminds me of a DM I know.
Right there.
Oh, I was
Apologizing.
gonna say it's basically the stabbing beast. Like, I'm not even bullshitting you. That's an actual thing.
But
Doesn't
you
surprise me.
You mean in D&D?
Well, I can't remember if it was D&D or Pathfinder, but it's close enough.
Well, they both have very similar.
Monster dies.
There we go.
A gun. Will you pick it up?
No.
Screw it. I'll just give it to you. Go ahead and take it. No rollies.
Alright. Now we can get this gun.
It better be awesome.
I officially hate dice.
Alright. So now we have Miss Moxie's crit. The flavor text says slippery when wet, and we're gonna try it out once more on the local forest creatures. It's a somewhat more powerful SMG than the one I currently have, and it deals electric damage. It's not too
Why do you have
shabby.
to Why do you have to wind up the SMGs like a 1920s car?
Why is this gun so
Because the future.
I dropped it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Miss Moxie's crit, while being a fairly powerful gun for its level, will just kind of randomly drop from your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of shitty.
But you
Yeah.
weren't wet. Unless, like, the sweat from combat or something.
That might be more than enough to just justify it. Oh, yeah. So
Or,
Unless
no,
it- What?
I was gonna say wearing gloves also make your hands sweat.
But she's not wearing gloves.
I thought she was.
I'm selling the gun.
Fuck this gun.
Not worth it. Alright, back to the Immortal Woods once more. We're just all over the place today.
I'm trying to see if I have any other critical fumbles that are actually that good. Most of my stories are actually critical hit stories and not critical fumbles.
Oh. Then I'm not interested. Alright. This last one is MMO.
You had a 1 in 20 chance to be a loser.
Oh God, what was that?
It was the one episode slash thing where the D&D group, I forgot, the guys from Penny Arcade and all that stuff.
No, that's not what I was talking about. I was trying to think of what was the only. Oh, I remember what the critical fumble story was. It was. I'll wait until after the cutscene.
Kill the monster too? Well, buzz off! He only spawns like every 10 minutes, and we were here first. Get ready,
Is that Billy from Billy and Mandy?
I guess if he started a Let's Play channel.
We got the kill.
What? Now we'll have to wait 5 minutes for it to respawn. This is truly our darkest hour.
Esports
Yep.
120 speed runs.
Idea! If you make those other players rage quit, you can just kill the monster yourself. If you kill one of them with melee, headshot another with a sniper rifle, and desecrate the last one's corpse, they'll definitely rage quit.
Okay then.
Now, I always wondered, what happens if somebody plays this game and doesn't understand what teabagging is?
Hey, what are you doing? Stop it, jerk! Cheap kill! Cheap kill! I'm coming back!
You know, I don't know. I think they might
God
just
have
have
mercy
to.
on their souls.
But then I'd kind of have to wonder why they're playing this game.
Esports Mega Hacks 420 get blazed!
Alright, so
Damn it!
I feel kind of ashamed of myself right now.
Yeah, the teabagging.
Yeah. Alright, headshot's easy though. No shame about that.
Hunters are so OP!
I think we're going off of
That boss is mine!
World of Warcraft rules where the souls walk back to their bodies.
Yeah, apparently.
Well, I think other games have taken... Other more recent games have also taken that whole walk back to your... It's still a stupid mechanic.
Ah, you dick!
Alright, now for the freaking annoying esports guy.
In all seriousness, though, fuck him because I hate spammers.
YOLO, hashtag YOLO!
Oh, and there's Badass Skeleton.
Your competitors are all disconnected. Now kill the monster.
Because that is what you do when you adventure.
Killed the monsters.
I'm still kind of morally confused on the, on griefing fictional MMO players.
You got credit for the kill. Come on back whenevs, baby.
Yeah, how did they get into this game anyways? Isn't it a pay?
Isn't it-
Aren't you doing a tabletop right now?
I guess, but we're also simultaneously interfaced with the MMO somehow.
I don't know. Go into Tiny Tina's mind and see if you can figure it out.
Good point.
And the smartest thing I've said all night.
Oh, well, let's turn this back into Torgan.
Flame Rock Refuge.
But yeah, back to the critical fumble thing. We've actually seen somebody critically fumble to open a door twice. No, sorry, 3 times.
What is an esports?
Hashtag get blazed!
We got a rocket launcher out of it.
I mean, Grant, we were just, it was a joke. It's like, okay, you're so drunk, so you have to roll to open the door. And not once, but 3 times he failed.
I like that better.
Oh, I love how like some of the weapons you can just throw
Yeah.
and then they'll like respawn. The only difference between the 2 rocket launchers is one has a slightly higher reload speed, and the other one is better in all respects.
But you know what? That reload time has been killing me with that other rocket launcher.
Yeah,
I just hated it.
0.8 reload increase is pretty strong.
So I'm keeping it. Don't care what you think.
Screw yes, I'm taking this launcher.
Alright, that's it. That's all the side quests we have at the moment. There's nothing else but the main quest of Denial, Anger, Initiative.
So time to abandon it and play something else.
Yep. Alright, this has been Assault on Dragon Keep. We shall see you all later.
Goodbye.
Aloha.